Imagine, for a moment, the unthinkable: the core of our Earth suddenly explodes. Within milliseconds, a chain reaction begins, sending shockwaves rippling through the planet's layers. The first seconds are silent in space, but chaos unfolds beneath. Massive earthquakes shatter continents, while volcanic eruptions blanket the skies in ash. It's the beginning of the end, as the planet's structural integrity collapses. By the first month, the surface world is unrecognizable. Oceans boil away, while landmasses split and drift into space. Life as we know it clings to existence in isolated pockets, under domes or deep underground. Fast forward to a year, and Earth is a rogue planet, no longer orbiting the Sun. What remains of humanity survives in artificial habitats, looking up at a star-studded sky, remembering the planet we once called home. Imagine, for a moment, the Moon, our closest celestial neighbor, begins a cataclysmic descent towards Earth. This isn't just a tale of wonder but a speculative journey into the what-ifs of cosmic events. As the Moon inches closer, Earth's natural rhythms are thrown into chaos. Tides surge beyond their bounds, night skies are ablaze with the Moon's looming presence, and the gravitational dance that's kept us in harmony for millennia stumbles. The world as we know it transforms. Weather patterns become erratic, unleashing storms of unprecedented fury. Earthquakes shake the very foundation of our cities, while tsunamis claim shores with relentless force. In this speculative twilight of Earth and Moon, humanity's resilience shines. Across the globe, nations unite, innovating survival strategies to adapt to this new world. It's a testament to our enduring spirit, facing the unknown with courage and ingenuity. Imagine a world where our planet isn't a sphere but a donut. Welcome to a scientifically imagined donut-shaped Earth. Here, gravity works uniquely, being strongest on the inner and outer curves but weaker at the top and bottom of the donut hole. This would drastically affect how water and atmosphere circulate, creating unusual climate patterns and potentially extreme weather systems. The day and night cycle would also be extraordinary, with the sun possibly shining through the planet's center, leading to a ring of light during some parts of the day. This configuration poses intriguing questions about life's adaptability and evolution in such diverse conditions. Imagine a world where every night, two moons grace our sky. One, the familiar guardian we've always known; the other, a new celestial companion, dancing in a harmonious ballet. With two moons, the tides would sing a different tune. Beaches would witness the gentle tug-of-war, as the oceans swell not just in rhythm to our moon, but also to its twin. High tides might reach where they've never dared before, reshaping coastlines, and perhaps, even the course of civilizations. The gravitational pull would affect everything from the migratory patterns of birds to the growth of night-blooming flowers, each living in rhythm to the dual moonlight. In this alternate reality, as we gaze up at the night sky, the sight of two moons serves as a reminder of the beauty and complexity of the universe. Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing not just the moon and stars, but also majestic rings circling the Earth, much like Saturn. These shimmering bands of ice and rock transform our sky into a celestial masterpiece. But how would these rings change our world? First, consider the tides. The gravitational pull from these rings would be immense, potentially leading to more extreme tidal behaviors. The rings could act as a barrier, altering sunlight distribution and potentially cooling some parts of the Earth while warming others. This could lead to new weather phenomena we've never seen. And stargazing? It would be transformed into a completely new experience. The nights would be brighter, with the rings reflecting sunlight, creating a twilight effect even in the darkest hours. The presence of rings like Saturn's would redefine our relationship with the cosmos, making us appreciate even more the unique planet we call home. Have you ever wondered what would happen if every person on Earth jumped at the same time? Would it cause an earthquake, a tidal wave, or perhaps shift our orbit? Let's dive into this thought experiment. First, the Earth is massive, weighing about 5.972 times 10 to the power of 24 kilograms. Humans, all 7.8 billion of us, combined weigh a fraction of that. If we all jumped at once, the force exerted on Earth would be minuscule in comparison to its total mass. Scientists have calculated that if every person on Earth gathered in one place and jumped, the Earth would move, but only by a tiny amount, and it would quickly return to its original position. The impact on the planet would be like a flea hopping on a basketball, noticeable, but not game-changing. In the end, it's not the physical impact that matters, but the symbolic gesture of unity and the conversations it sparks. Imagine an asteroid, as vast as India, barreling towards Earth. Its colossal size dwarfs cities and mountains, casting a shadow over our understanding of the cosmos. What would happen next? Upon entry into Earth's atmosphere, the asteroid would compress the air beneath it, heating up dramatically and creating a superheated shockwave. The moment it strikes, an unimaginable amount of energy would be released, equivalent to billions of nuclear bombs detonating simultaneously. This would obliterate everything in its immediate vicinity and throw massive amounts of debris into the atmosphere, darkening the skies worldwide. The aftermath would be catastrophic. The impact winter would drastically reduce temperatures, disrupt agriculture, and challenge the survival of species across the globe. Stay curious. Without gravity, the very fabric of our daily lives would unravel. Our first challenge would be to remain anchored to the ground. Simple tasks, once taken for granted, would become monumental efforts. Buildings, unrestrained by gravitational pull, might start to creak and sway, threatening to break apart and drift into the abyss of space. But beyond our immediate struggles lies a greater peril, the fate of our oceans. These vast bodies of water, no longer held by Earth's gravitational embrace, would rise as massive walls, only to disperse into space, leaving a parched planet behind. The absence of oceans would drastically alter the climate, rendering Earth uninhabitable. In this new world, devoid of both gravity and oceans, life as we know it would cease. The air we breathe, held to the planet by gravity, would vanish, leaving the Earth's surface barren, a silent witness to the cosmos. Gravity is essential for our survival. Imagine a world where our entire understanding of gravity is flipped on its head. Welcome to a hypothetical hollow Earth. Inside this empty sphere, what happens to gravity? Contrary to what you might expect, if Earth were hollow, there would be zero gravity at the center and throughout the inner surface. This is because the gravitational forces from the surrounding shell of Earth would cancel each other out. But how can this be? Newton's shell theorem provides the answer. A spherical shell of uniform thickness and density exerts no net gravitational force at any point in its interior. This means if you somehow lived inside this hollow Earth, you could float freely without the pull of gravity. Subscribe for more intriguing concepts. What if one day you woke up and found out that Earth had started spinning backwards? This concept, called a retrograde rotation, would change many aspects of our world. Firstly, the sun would rise in the west and set in the east, completely reversing the direction of our day and night cycle. This change could potentially alter wind and ocean currents, drastically shifting climate patterns and weather. Imagine deserts turning into wetlands and tropics becoming more temperate. Furthermore, this shift might even impact the Earth's magnetic field, which relies on its rotation to generate. Such a significant change could affect everything from animal migration patterns to our global telecommunications.
Imagine a world where the Earth's core cools down. This change would drastically alter our planet. Firstly, the Earth's magnetic field, which shields us from harmful solar radiation, would weaken, exposing life to dangerous cosmic rays. Secondly, without the core's heat, plate tectonics would slow down. This means fewer earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, but also a decrease in the recycling of nutrients essential for life. Finally, the surface of the Earth could become more unstable, leading to more extreme weather and potentially making the planet less habitable. Our very existence is intertwined with the heat of Earth's core. The consequences of its cooling would be profound and far-reaching. Imagine a world without water, no oceans, no rivers, just a barren landscape. Without water, life wouldn't exist. Water is the foundation of all living organisms. Without it, Earth would be a lifeless rock like Mars. Human civilization, dependent on water for survival, would never have emerged. Without water, Earth would be a silent, desolate world, void of life.
Imagine this: Earth ejected from the solar system. Without the sun's gravity, our planet would drift into the vast darkness of space. The first challenge? Surviving the cold. Temperatures would plummet to hundreds of degrees below zero. Life as we know it would depend on geothermal energy, Humans might seek refuge in deep underground habitats powered by Earth's internal heat. The surface? A frozen wasteland. But there's hope. Earth would retain its atmosphere for a while, and over millennia, it could encounter new stars. If conditions were right, we might find a new sun and maybe start over.
Imagine this, another Earth, somewhere in the vast expanse of the cosmos. A twin planet orbiting a distant star. What would it mean for us? This Earth could host life. Maybe even civilizations looking up at their skies, wondering the same as we do. Would they mirror our biology? Or would life there evolve differently, shaped by its own unique environment? And if we could ever meet, what might we learn about ourselves through their eyes? The idea isn't just science fiction anymore. Astronomers are finding planets like ours every year. Could one of them be a second Earth? Imagine this. Earth's rotation speeds up drastically. The first thing we notice is shorter days, with the 24-hour cycle shrinking to hours. But the effects go beyond just time. Intense centrifugal force would push oceans towards the equator, causing massive floods and reshaping continents. Winds would grow ferocious as atmospheric pressure shifts. Wildlife and ecosystems would face chaos trying to adapt. Human infrastructure, built for a steady planet, would collapse. And gravity? Not quite the same. It'd feel weaker near the equator. Life, as we know it, would become unrecognizable. All of this reminds us how perfectly balanced our planet is and how fragile that balance can be.
What if Earth's magnetic field, our invisible shield against the sun's solar winds, suddenly disappeared? Immediately, we faced the sun's full wrath. Without this protection, solar radiation would increase cancer rates and threaten all life. Our atmosphere would start to erode, akin to what happened on Mars, risking the very air we breathe. But it's not just about health, technology would falter. Communication, navigation, and satellites would fail, showcasing our dependence on this natural barrier. Remember, the magnetic field is vital for life and technology. Liked learning about it? Hit the like button and subscribe for more insights. Imagine a world where the Earth stands still. No more day and night cycle, gravity goes haywire, and our climate? Unrecognizably catastrophic. Without Earth's spin, gravity wouldn't cease, but its distribution would change drastically, making some places unbearably heavier. The climate would spiral into chaos, half the world would scorch under a perpetual sun, while the other half freezes in eternal darkness. Life as we know it would struggle to survive in the narrow habitable twilight zone. This scenario isn't just science fiction, it's a stark reminder of our planet's delicate balance, spinning tirelessly to sustain life. So, next time you watch a sunset, remember the unseen cosmic dance that makes that moment possible. Ever wondered what would happen if Earth spiraled into a black hole? Picture this, extreme spaghettification, where we'd stretch into thin strands. Time would slow down as we approach the event horizon. Inside the black hole? A mystery. Some say a singularity crushes all matter. But hey, there's hope. White holes might spit out our stuff elsewhere. It's a wild ride through the cosmos, full of wonders and mysteries. Keep exploring, stay curious.